Bluetooth. Auxiliary.
The real story on the field, the ice, the hardwood, and in the ring. From the college details to the pros, a close look at high school sports as well. The WUFO Sports Report every Sunday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Monday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. with Coach Lewis on WUFO 1080 AM, Power 96.5 FM. Worldwide on the legendary Power965radio.com.
What's good? What's good? What's good, sports world? Welcome to a Father's Day edition of, the WUFO Sports Report. I'm your host, Mookie Hawkins. On the ones and twos, we have Miss Anita Razor Sharp Williams, as always, in the building. And, of course, I have my guy, Andre the Torch Robinson, Rise Up Family Extraordinaires, in the building. Happy Father's Day, Torch.
Happy Father's Day to you, Mook. What's going on? What's going on?
I tell you what's not going on. NBA Finals is not going on.
Here we go.
Have everybody know the NBA Finals have concluded with the Golden State Warriors knocking the Boston Celtics off in 6. So, we definitely got to chime into that. And, the Torch has a lot of things to say today about that. So we're going to talk about that, obviously. But I have a great guest that's going to be calling in. I will be hosting the first annual Poncho's Army Golf Tournament tomorrow that will be held at the Springville Country Club tomorrow at 10 o'clock. There's going to be some great sponsors. It's going to have some great players. Thurman and Patty Thomas is going to be in the building. My guy Roy Presley is going to be in the building. So we're going to have the one of the founders of his foundation, my man Big Ant, is going to come and talk about tomorrow's great event for a great cause. And then obviously we got to dive into some Buffalo Bills news. Training camp is schedule has been released, so we're going to talk about training camp this year back at St. John's Fisher up in Rochester. So we're going to break that down as well. Then also my boy Steph Diggs hold his first annual Diggs Day. In Maryland yesterday. We had a few Buffalo kids in attendance. So we're going to talk about that and other sports things as well. But nevertheless, let's just give these people what they came here for, right? Let's get them what they came here for. So, obviously, this thing is over. And the Boston Celtics did not answer the bell in 6 games. The Golden State Warriors played like they're supposed to play and dominated the last 2 games. Something that Torch said that, it was like a prophet. He was a prophet during this NBA Finals because I guess he foresaw all of this happening. And he tried to warm my butt. But me, I got a hard head. So you know what they say. The hard head make it soft behind. And I guess I got to learn every single time, Razor Shop. Every single time. So, nevertheless, the floor is yours, Torch.
First and foremost, I want to shout out to everybody that's listening and tuning in on this great Father's Day. I want to say that right off the jump. And Miss Anita Razor Sharp, I told Mookie Hawkins it was going to be a razor sharp of a show coming up if Golden State won Game 6. I told him this, Razor Sharp. I seen you on Facebook rooting on the Golden State Warriors. I saw you, Miss Anita. But here's what I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm not gonna listen.
I'm guilty.
Listen, let me tell you this real quick. And I said this the last show, and I will start off with this. You are not going to get too many shows like this coming up. I pray for the future, love the future, but you're not gonna get too many shows with me and Mookie ever again. Mookie always say, make another Hove. I don't think they can make another Hove. With that being said, I don't care how wrong Mookie has been in these NBA playoffs. Regardless, I am literally sitting across a legend, point blank, period. I don't care how hard his head is, don't matter. Okay. What you got to hear was great sports talk for the entire NBA playoffs. Okay, from us. That's all that matters to me. Whether I was right or wrong, that's cool. Fine and dandy. We saw it. I mean, once again, when iron sharpens iron, that's what it does. Iron sharpens iron. Just like he sharpened me up, I guess this time I was right, and sharpened, what it is, went razor sharp. with these playoffs.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I appreciate that. I'm
talking good there, Rich. You talking good.
No, I'm just keeping it real, being honest. I know a lot of people expected me to come on here and act up again. Nah, not gonna act up. I mean, Golden State got his fourth. There's plenty of things we need to talk about, obviously, with what's going on with Steph and others. This is the sports championship. There's questions to be asked. I said that Draymond Green would wake up. He did. He woke up. Andrew Wiggins had a good game. What I did not see, though, is what I mentioned as far as Boston is concerned. I know Tatum's going to go off. Marcus Smart was going to probably have a decent game, right? Mm-hmm. But that didn't happen. He had 9 points. I was looking for Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown had 34 points and really carried this team. Tatum had 13 in an elimination game. Tatum, you are the first player in a single postseason to have 100 turnovers, sir. I think we know what you need to do in the off season, sir. You are great, but we got to pump the brakes on you being top 5. We got to pump the brakes. I was someone who said Jason Tatum could be top 5 very well, but we got to pump the brakes on that after what I just saw in these finals.
After this series.
After the series. Al Horford, you actually put up 19 points in this game, Al Horford. Al Horford appeared. He appeared. He must have been listening. He had to have been listening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was listening enough. But it still wasn't good enough.
Yeah, he had to have been listening to my triple single comment. He put up 19 points and had 14 rebounds. Good effort, Al Horford. 15 years in the league. Good effort. I'm not mad at you. I hope that sooner or later that the ring does get to your finger. But as far as Mookie's prediction on Boston, D White, the D White stands for the White Around Joe prediction. It's dead. It's dead. It was dead because he didn't show up either. Once again, 2 points. Where is the bench in this? Where is the bench? Do you know that the bench only had 5 points for Boston? 5 points in the decisive game 6 elimination at home? Only 5 points.
How many turnovers did they have as a team during the series? You said Jason Tatum alone had 100?
Jason Tatum for the entire postseason had 100 on his own.
How many he had in his finals?
Wow. That's something. Matter of fact, maybe y'all could call in 837-1112 and let me know how many turnovers Jason Tatum had in each game. I'm going to tell you, he had 5 in this one. In game 6, he had 5 turnovers alone. I mean, let me see if I can find it before y'all. But if you find it, 716-837-1112 is the number to call. Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. I knew it was going to go like this, though. I smelled it. You have a sense for it after a while. It's like soft points is soft points. And I've seen a lot of soft points from the Boston Celtics. And once again, every game that they lost to, under 100 points. 88 points, game 2. 97 in game 4. 94 in game 5. 90 in game 6. Mm-hmm. Like, you couldn't come up with a better performance for game 6.
Yeah.
Good God Almighty. Warriors had 100, 104, 107, 100, 107, and 108 for the series. Not once did Golden State score under 100 points at all. I told y'all that was the magic number. Again, whenever y'all want to give me an Academy Award for these playoffs, y'all can. But I'm humbled, nevertheless. Just say thank y'all for listening to me like y'all have for the longest. Appreciate it. That's all I got to say about the playoffs, really, about this finals.
What? No Mookie bashing going on? No, I told you so. I told you it was going to happen. They did this and who did it, Fox? Why?
No.
That did not happen.
No. But I do got a question.
Uh-oh.
I do got a question. Shoot. And it's about Stephen Curry. 2 questions. Is Steph Curry in your top 10 now? Is number 1 all time?
Yeah, he got it correct.
Number 2, what will it take for Steph Curry to catch Magic Johnson as the greatest point guard of all time?
Are they 2 different positions? Curry's more of a shooter. Magic as a facilitator. So, I mean, it's going to take a lot. I mean, the points is going to get there, but as far as the rebounds and the assists, and I don't know. I mean, you can say he definitely got the killer instinct. So, at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know. As far as that question goes, I don't think you could put Steph Curry on Magic Johnson's level.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Now explain why.
You just can't.
What's the reason?
I mean, the guy is 6'9". He's 6'9". He's a facilitator. Steph Curry isn't a facilitator. He's a sniper. He's a shooter. You know what I mean? But yeah, okay, he's going to get his assists. You know, if he understands his game and what he does. You know what I mean? He can get easy assists as well because, you know, a lot of teams are doubling him or converting down on him where, you know, it is some guys that will be left open if he makes the proper decision with the basketball other than shooting it. So, I mean, but he has a score first, pass second mentality. Magic Johnson has a pass first, shoot second mentality. So it's a difference. I mean, rebound first, and then really score. Like, Magic was really your triple single king. It wasn't like he was getting 20 points, 20 assists, and, you know, 15 rebounds a game or anything like that. I mean, you know, he'd come off with that light triple double, that 12, 15, and 10 or something like that. He'd give you that, but he was consistent with that. And then, you know, he ran the offense, you know, being 6'9", 6'10". You know, Steph Curry, I mean, like I said, they're just two different types of players. I mean, he got a chance to surpass him, I guess, in rings. You know what I mean? But as far as like passion, his legacy and Stephen Curry's legacy is totally two different things.
Can respect it. Totally can respect it. But where do you have him ranked? I get it. You say a different position, but where do you have him ranked?
I mean, I don't know. I mean,
we know Stephen Curry is a combo guard, but do we have a position ranking for combo guards? Do we call him a shooting guard?
Let's just keep it a base 10 right now. Okay, so one in my eyes is Michael Jordan.
Obviously.
Everybody else is going to feel about that. Number 2, I gotta say, is Kareem.
Okay, I could respect Kareem. Number
3, I'm going to have to give. I'm gonna have to say Carmelo.
The mailman?
Mailman for the Buckets. They just ain't win a chip. Mailman did everything but win a chip. So are we saying this as not winning a chip, or are we saying
you got Karl Malone?
I got Karl Malone.
I'm taking a hefty look at this list right now.
I mean, it's not really. I don't know. I don't want to put an order to it, but obviously one is Jordan. But Karl Malone is definitely top 10. I don't know what you talking about. Karl Malone is definitely top 10.
Wow. I did not expect to hear the mailman's name in this conversation at all.
I'm shocked you did.
Yes, you did. You definitely shocked the world on this one. You shocked me. Because I'm like, what? Karl Malone? I would have. Okay. Yeah, all right. I can respect that. I see you over there writing too. I see it. I see you over there. You're putting it down. So 1, Michael. 2, Kobe. 3, Kareem. 4, Magic. 5. Wow. You know what's funny?
Right.
People will have an issue with me putting LeBron under Magic, but LeBron's 5. Obviously, LeBron is top. Got to be in the top 5. If he's not top 3 in a lot of people's picks, or top 2 in a lot of people's picks. 6 is Tim Duncan. Obviously,
he's all right.
And then that's when we get into the Kareems, the Julius Irvings of the world.
Larry Birds,
and Hakeem Olajuwon.
Where's my 10? I got Jordan, Kareem, Karl Malone, Kobe, LeBron, Magic, Bird, Dr. J, Steph, Duncan. No really particular order, but one, and that's Jordan.
Notice I hadn't said Steph yet.
All right, so Didn't say Steph, but we'll get right back to that. So you can say Steph. Make sure you keep it locked and legendary on these beautiful Fridays. Don't forget Juneteenth is still going on. Jefferson is lit right now. So hit us up, 716-837-1112. You know what to do. Keep it locked and legendary. You're tuned into the WUFO 1080 AM on Power 96.5.
We are the legendary Mix 1080 AM WUFO Power 96.5 FM and on Facebook at Power 965 WNY.
P&G recognizes
Marcus said Julius Erving is not in the top 10.
From Texas talking about Juneteenth.
So why do we celebrate a holiday about the lowest found in Region Texas in 1865?
Yeah, Marcus, why don't you call in? You can call in.
In 1863.
Well, the emancipation had to be enforced by
Gotta
federal
at
troops,
least be in
and
your
they
top
did
two.
take their police
Your
time to get
respective
into Texas.
position.
Some say to
Be in
give
the top 10.
plantation owners more free slave labor time to make more money.
I believe
Steph
it.
Curry is
But
definitely
Nate Liberty is no.
top 2 combo guy. I don't know if there's really a positioning for combo guys.
I mean, we didn't do a position. We just did random.
No, we didn't. We just did a random.
Top 10.
Eric Manzuck, thank you very much. Dalton Smith, thank you very much. Marcus, you better check your inbox too. I don't want to hear it. I ain't send it to you. Check your inbox, my brother. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Happy Father's Day to everybody. I actually went go-kart racing. Yeah, I know a lot of people thought I was gonna come in here and drag them. Nah. Gotta have some decorum, some respect. Sometimes it's cool to have fun like that, but then other times it's okay to be classy. You gotta be class. You gotta have some class, and it's Father's Day. It's more important to give respect and pay homage. So. But yeah, so Wiggins gonna stay?
Yeah, we're gonna jump back into what's next.
Yeah.
Power on.
Go to the stage. Steph Legacy. Then we'll.
Bluetooth.
Our caller should be calling in.
Word.
That time.
Word. Wiggins had a nice 18 again in this one. Jordan Poole, 15 points. Now we got some questions to ask.
16-939-2004. Taste of
Jordan
sauce,
Poole
so
now.
full, full menu.
Is Jordan Poole now solidified as a morning
Make sure
starter?
don't forget to add that
Or
peach
is Klay Thompson going bye-bye?
716-939-2004.
Who's this?
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
She's the first lady of rock and soul, Patti LaBelle, live. Patti LaBelle, this Tuesday night at Art Park Amphitheater. One of Rolling Stone magazine's top 100 singers. Tickets on sale now at the Art Park box office and Ticketmaster.com. Patti LaBelle,
Do you have Medicare or are you turning 65 soon?
Dr.
Clarity
J
Group
was
is
a
your
two
local
guy.
source for everything Medicare related.
Marcus
Call
said.
716-393-3437. The licensed representatives at Clarity Group can help you get all the benefits you qualify for, like dental, vision, over-the-counter items, and even money back in your Social Security check. Clarity Group will show you all of your choices. Don't call some random 800 number. Call your local experts. Clarity Group at 716-393-3437.
Buffalo Academy of Science Charter School is proud to partner with WUFO Power 96.5 in the celebration of Freedom Through Sankofa Days in Juneteenth. Buffside, together we can move mountains.
From the east side to the west side, Buffalo's best
Dr.
brand
J
of
was a
music.
two
We
guy.
are the
Said he's not better
legendary
than
Mix
Jordan
1080 WUFO and Power 96.5, a blend of R&B and your favorite throwbacks.
What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, sports world? Listen, welcome back to WUFO Sports. And Golden State Warriors, I just hate to say it, all right? They just came out and, smacked Boston Celtics around in 6, and they won in Boston twice. So, gotta give them credit. Credit's due. We do have a caller. We got a caller. Bring the caller in. See what they're talking about. Caller, happy Father's Day. You are live. State your case.
Happy Father's Day, guys. This is Sam Slade.
Sam Slade. What can I do for you today?
How are you?
NCW, baby.
How are you?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
I'm great, thanks. I wanted to echo what you were saying. Golden State went into Boston, outplayed the Celtics 99% of the whole game. I also wanted to say, I want to jump in on the Bandits last night real quick. They didn't win, but it's still, you were in the top 2. You were one of the finalists. Buffalo right there.
Yeah. We're right there in our sports, but we gotta turn this thing over though, man. You know what I mean? We gotta turn these. Getting there ain't good enough. Well, what's the point of getting there if we can't win it all?
I think we got out coached.
Yeah. That's kind of like cliche-ish around here in Buffalo. That's kind of cliche.
One day something's gonna break.
Yeah, it's got to break this year, starting with our Buffalo Bills this season. And once they break the ice, then, everybody will get their act together, including our Bisons, who did take they lost the chip. They lost the chip yesterday. We're going to chime into that in a minute. But, appreciate you keeping it real, Mr. Slade there. And happy Father's Day to you as well.
Take care.
NCW, baby.
NCW in the building. That's kind of cool, when people can be accountable and be like, you know what, I have Boston. I'm a true blue Boston fan, but I can admit where I guess Boston just wasn't up for the challenge, or Boston, just wasn't better than Golden State in the NBA Final Series right now. You know what I mean? There, I said it. Everybody talked about experience. I said the hell with experience, but experience obviously is what fit the bill here. And Golden State closed out in experienced fashion. When you got a team against the ropes, they don't care where you are. You know what I mean? Let's go close this thing out, because anything can happen in a Game 7. Because why? They were already there with Cleveland, and forced in Game 7, and we all know what happened there. So you can say experience to some degree. Put Golden State in the area where they were familiar or was familiar being in, and Boston didn't even understand that. I'll just say that Boston don't even understand where Golden State was coming from by going out there playing the way they played. They locked in. When like you say, Church, when Draymond's having good games, Wiggins is consistent, Poole starting to hit shots, then obviously Clay and Curry are going to get theirs regardless. So once those guys understand what Game 6 means, they went out there and closed it, and only as champions do. So give them a lot of credit. Moving on. So what's next with these Golden State Warriors, George?
Well, first and foremost, if they want to run it back again, they definitely got to lock up Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole. Some way, somehow, in some fashion, you got to lock them up because these two guys definitely played an intricate part in winning this series the way they did in 6 games. I mean, Andrew Wiggins had 18 points in game 6, and Poole came off the bench and supplied 15. So, I mean, that's 33 points. And for those that's just like, oh, well, that's 33 points. I want you to go look at your Boston Celtics bench and tell me how many points your bench scored the whole series. Okay? I bet you it ain't 33 points. With that being said, they got to lock those two down. I mean, I think that they've found the recipe from before they had KD. Y'all remember when Golden State what Golden State looked like before KD? Y'all remember when they had Livingston and all those guys, those nice role players they had? This is the team right here. This is the 2015 Golden State Warriors all over again without KD, proving once again that they never needed KD. You win by playing team basketball and having strength in numbers. These guys just showed you once again what strength in numbers to do. All right, it is what it is. And to be very honest with you, Golden State can very well argue that they are the dynasty of this era. Shout out to Marcus Betts, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, you can give them that. I mean, because they have been in the finals, what was it 6 or 7 out of this, past 10?
Yeah.
Something like that.
They've been in 6. They lost to Cleveland, lost to Toronto, and won 4.
Yeah, so we can give them the definitely dynasty of this decade because, I mean, hands down, this is the Steph Curry era. You know what I mean? Let's make there's no doubt about that. This is the Steph Curry era right now. And, you know, you got the young guys and Giannis and a few more other guys. But, you know, what is this? Who list is this?
Rocco Raquelli. Shout out to Rocco Raquelli from Las Vegas, Nevada, man. PR connection.
Okay, he put Wilt in his. He put Shaq. You know, he put the big guys in there. I forgot about the big guys. Bill Russell. I did forget about those guys. Oh well. Sorry, not sorry. That's my 10. That's my 10. All right. But this is a good 10. I mean, you can't go wrong with these 10 guys neither. I mean, I did, like I said, I miss Shaq and I miss Wilt and I miss Bill. I miss the bigs. Other than that, I mean, yeah, this is a tough list. I mean, to even consider a top 10, you're going to leave somebody off the list. You know what I mean? Somebody that's a Hall of Famer, that's legendary.
Damn good.
Is not going to make the top 10. You know what I mean? This is not a specific top 10 players in the league. That's why a lot of people do it differently. They go by position. You know what I mean? What's the top 10 point guards of all times and so on and so forth. But, you know, everybody top 10 is definitely going to be different. So before I go on, I want to say what's up to all our people that's tuning in via Facebook: Betty Martin, Lisa Taylor, Deborah Knight, Lisa Holmes, Karen Calhoun, and Karen Jackson. I see y'all watching. Keep it locked in. You know, hopefully we're giving you a great show. So we got another caller? Okay. All right. Let's bring our caller in. Let's bring our caller in. Caller, you are live. State your case. Hello?
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 Mookie Moo, what's up, fam?
What's going on, Big man? How you doing, man?
Living the dream, surviving the nightmare.
All right, if y'all ain't know that.
Man, we over here at O'Neill's.
Okay, at O'Neill's. Now, if everybody didn't know, this is my guy that's spearheading tomorrow's golf event with Poncho's Army, the first annual Poncho's Army golf tournament that's going to be at the Springfield Country Club. So, Ed, just tell us a little bit about how did this all start first and foremost?
Well, it all started with a kid from Texas named Ezra Castro. And then my buddy Billy Sorta, who fought in Fallujah. And then my mother who had cancer, Ezra had cancer, and it was just a way to support our people that have fought for cancer and people, all our veterans, and just anybody who needs help. We're a band of misfits just trying to do some good stuff.
Obviously, everybody don't know who Ezra Castro is. That is a.k.a. Poncho Bila, all right, Buffalo Bills super fan who passed away a couple of years ago due to cancer in his fight for constant life. Everybody knew Poncho. You know what I mean? Poncho went anywhere, everybody knew who he was. All right, so that's his real name. If you didn't know,
we inspired a lot of souls, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And just care to talk about tomorrow's event. You know, what's at stake, who's going to be there, and a few of the sponsors.
Tomorrow is gathering just some beautiful Bills Mafia that came to support our mission. Thurman Thomas will be there, Mary Wilson, Peggy Thomas, Bill Staten will be there, Kenny Pinto Ron will be there, Bill Spartan. We got a ton of people that came out to support us. We're basically just trying to help out our community. Month of raising, we are donating to the families of the Buffalo tragedy. We are also buying 10 benches, and they're all going to be individually unique, and they're going to be with the families members' names on them. And we're working with the mayor of Buffalo, trying to find spots for these benches scattered all over Buffalo.
Nice. That'd be excellent. I get the approach, right? Let's not just have 10 park benches up at Tops, right? Like you said before, I mean, you was talking, you know, I mean, off air about that situation. You want people to go somewhere else and sit down and reflect on who these people are, what their memory should be like, right?
Correct. I mean, we just trying to do, once all the money's gone and all the TV media is gone, we're just trying to get these families somewhere where they can go and reminisce their family, and they can, you know, instead of having it at Tops where this tragedy happened.
Right. We all know, you know, how that could, you know, bring back, you know, the wrong type of memory, right? So, you know, it's good enough that they'll be, you know, sprinkled amongst the Western New York area and the Buffalo community. So that's a great thing that you're doing, man. You know, I'm going to be saying
that's the best way, man. Love is the answer, man. Definitely. I mean, like Pac said, we need change. The old way wasn't working. We need to treat ourselves better. We need to eat better. We need to, you know, we need to do more things as a community. There's more than just black and white here, man. There's a lot of hurt people out there, and there's some people that need help. So Poncho's Army is here to fill that void and try to do the best we can with what we got to work with.
Absolutely. Just care to talk about, you know, the foundations and some of the things that you're doing to fundraise in this event. Like, it's going to be a bucket where people can bring perishables and things of that nature. How is this first annual Poncho's Army event is beneficial to the community?
I mean, this event is very important. It's going to facilitate a lot of things that we're going to be doing during the tailgate. We're doing a lot of coat drives. We're doing a lot of food drives with West New York Feed More and Rudy with Love. We're definitely trying to, you know, gain headway and trying to make a better community, not just here, but, you know, everywhere. We have members from Poncho's Army that stretch from Texas to Alaska, all the way to Canada. So, I mean, we're a band of brothers, you know, and we're just trying to do some good stuff, and I appreciate everybody's support.
Absolutely, man. And it is a golfing event, so I guess people are going to have to get out there and golf. Will you be participating? Will you be going out there getting your golf game going, sharpening up your golf game? You good in golf?
You know I will. I'll be doing my best. That's for sure.
No, you can just call me Mulligan Moot, man. Just
I'm
call
like
me
Tiger Hood.
Tiger Hood, right? Nah, I'm Mulligan Moot.
I enjoy it. It's those one shots that bring you back. You know, whether it's a 50-foot putt or you chip it in, it's always that one shot. And it's also a game where you try to better yourself, and you learn patience. You learn, you know, you learn a lot about yourself when you're playing something that you don't normally do.
Right, golf
that
is
goes with all aspects in life. Whether you're trying to do something at a new job, and it's difficult. I mean, it's always going to be difficult. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Absolutely, man. And we commend you a great deal on your efforts. And
I'll be honest, Smokey, it's really hard to hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now because you sound real muffled.
How about now? We good?
Oh, you golden now.
We good?
You good now.
I had to, those put some beats in my voice a little bit. Is that what you was looking for? But nevertheless,
you said it, not me.
Right. But
I love you, fam. Yo, this guy on the radio here right now is class act, man. He came out of nowhere, asked me if I needed help with this tournament. He'd be more than happy to come out and help. And I'm blessed to have people like you in my life, because I'll be honest with you, Poncho's Army would be nothing. I mean, nothing without amazing people like yourself, Mookie.
Appreciate that. I appreciate that a great deal. And I can't wait to, get out there and have a little fun with you. So with that being said, Ed, I appreciate you a great deal. We're going to cut to this break real quick. Happy Father's Day, by the way. And I'll continue to, do the good work, man.
Listen, I'm just a man standing behind the big man upstairs. Just trying to do my part, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Take it easy.
All right. Much love, man. Go Bills.
Yes, sir.
Serving Orchard Park, Lackawanna, Cheektowaga, Amherst, Buffalo. We are the legendary Mix 1080, WUFO, and Power 96.5.
Hi, it's me, Gia Peppers. Tune in to More Than That live this weekend wherever you listen to podcasts. This week and next, we're all things Juneteenth. I'm talking with DJ and audio engineer Jamel, Young Guru Keaton, political expert Mike Muse, influencer and poet Lene Benibo, civil rights activist Dr. Ben Chavis, and community organizer Nsay Ufot. This special Juneteenth episode of More Than That is sponsored by Chevrolet. Learn more about how they're driving real change at change.newsone.com. Chevrolet, real talk drives real change.
So many times our stories have been given to us from a certain vantage point. Let's look at this big celebration of us becoming free. And what does that really mean when we say that word free? These people that were slaves become emancipated. Where do they go? How do they feed themselves? What's the next level? I think sometimes we analyze history from our standpoint, our mindset of, why do you just go back to Africa? Okay, well, some of us did. Some of us didn't. Some of us migrated west. Some of us went north. There's so many stories. These are the things that you need to go into depth so that it's not just this one day of you saying, okay, we're going to celebrate our freedom, but lose the stories. And then I need you to have a level where you understand that these are the people that history has given us the story of. You know how many thousands and thousands of stories there are that are untold, that are just as powerful?
It's endless.
All those names have a story.
This day is really, for me, a recognizing that Black people had a choice. Because prior to Juneteenth, as many people were being emancipated throughout the South, there was a bunch of, and it's not funny, but it's funny to think about just Black people looking at each other like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do now? Like, what does this mean? Where do we go?
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
From the east side to the west side, Buffalo's best blend of music. We are the legendary Mix 1080, WUFO, and Power 96.5, a blend of R&B and your favorite throwbacks.
Welcome back to WUFO Sports Report. Once again, I'm your host, Mookie Hawkins, on the ones and twos. Miss Anita Razor Sharp Williams in the building on this wonderful and beautiful Father's Day. And joining me inside the booth, Andre the Torch Robinson. Happy Father's Day once again to you all. Now, we just got off the phone while talking about tomorrow's golf tournament at the Springville Country Club. The first annual Poncho's Army golf tournament will be hosted by yours truly. I will, making my hosting debut. A nice, great charity event for a great cause. You don't want to miss that, and we're going to give you all types of exclusive footage and insight and all the fun stuff from tomorrow's event. You don't want to miss that. Make sure you hit us up on www.power965radio.com and you can get all the details concerning tomorrow's golf event. Obviously, we got to talk about some Bill stuff, right? This wouldn't be the WUFO Sports Report if we didn't bring you no Buffalo news, all right? Training camp schedule is out, but we're going to talk about Father's Day, right? And how do we are able to, in our perspective, I guess, job positions, handle the both, of family and doing your job. And Coach McDermott had some great things to say. I had to ask him Wednesday, actually, how does he balance both? And, basically said the older he's gotten, the more you want to be a good husband, you want to be a good father, you want to be a good son and brother, McDermott says. But there's balance. A work-life balance for the NFL coach is basically, the exclusive goal, right? So you probably want to juggle that 50-50 at least, especially if your wife lets you, right? Especially if the missus lets you. So at the end of the day, McDermott, he has lived that reality, scaling back a routine that once had him sleeping, in Philadelphia offices early in his coaching career. But there's really no formula to it. It's basically how hard do you want to make sure that you're prepared to every nook and cranny to help your team. You know what I mean? You want to be able to help your team in every step of the way. And being head coach, that's from top to bottom. So I would get it. I understand why, you'll be sleeping over sometimes. And early in his career, that's what Coach McDermott does. Now, has he done that as of late? He probably did it once or twice, but nothing really consistent to the point. Gotta salute that though on Father's Day. You know what I mean? And he went on to say, with saying all of that, that's a sign of growth. He put priority on his family, and he's been spending time with the family. So, this is a time right now, since OTAs are over, they'll get a chance to basically, unplug some of the things and just focus on that for the next 30 days, right? So it's nothing like family, and I know that coach is very, very excited about training camp up in Rochester, but at the end of the day, he's excited about, being with his family as well. So, we definitely want to commend Coach McDermott on all the things that he's done while still getting that work-life balance together. So, on Father's Day, Coach McDermott, we salute you, my guy. You know what I mean? In other news, that we're going to salute. Oh, we got a caller? Caller. Let's bring the caller in.
What's going on, guys?
Caller, you are live.
I know who this is.
This is Mr. Betts, right?
What's going on?
Of course.
Is this Mr. Betts?
Mookie Hawkins. My frenemy, Mookie Hawkins. What's going on, man?
Is this the El Paso terror right now? Who you calling to terrorize right now? You don't like my top 10?
First off, happy Father's Day to you guys, to you and the torch.
Happy Father's Day to you, my guy.
Thank you very
that top
much.
10 list, Dr. J, no. There's two things. Look, to be in the top 10 list, and I put this in the comments, you have to at least be top 2 at your respective position. Dr. J is not better than Kobe. He's not better than Michael. He's not better than Dwayne Wade.
Damn,
So you can't be in the top 10.
Over D Wade though? I don't know about that.
D Wade. How many chips did Dr. J have? One?
Yeah, he had one. He lost one and he
won.
Yeah.
You start getting guys that kind of, as time goes on, they move up the list. You know what I'm saying? So, I love Dr. J, what he did. He was kind of like Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan, Dr. J, and Larry Bird and Magic. But that's a hell of a Dwayne
debate.
Wade there for those 3 years, he was dominant.
That's a hell of a debate, Dr. J versus Dwayne Wade. That might have to be something that for later.
J, that's really later. To me in my eyes. That's no debate. I don't care. I get it, but nah, I ain't going with that. I can't agree with
but you got to at least be top 2. He's not better. Dr. J's not better than Kobe, and he's not better than Michael. So at the best, he could do is top 3.
Neither is Wade.
Right, neither is
okay.
Wade.
That's what I'm saying. So we can have that argument between those two there.
Right.
Well, obviously, Michael and Kobe.
But when you say top 10, now then we got to throw in the other positions too.
Okay, so who's your favorite 2-point guys? Who's the best 2-point guys?
Well, you got to go with Magic.
Who's the other one?
You just have to.
Unless Magic is 2 people.
And see, with those point guards, you can also go with. Now if Steph Curry moves up into there, is Steph Curry better than Isaiah Thomas?
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? And you start moving people down like that, you know? Because when people complain about a top 10 or a top whatever, I say, okay, if you think that this guy deserves to be in, who are you taking out?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, a lot of people, they say that Isaiah Thomas is the second best point guard of all time. I think Steph Curry now may have passed by Isaiah Thomas. I mean, that seemed like blasphemy a few years back, but I don't know if it's that bad now, considering what Steph has done.
There's no way that's blasphemy. If anybody says that that's blasphemy, they're crazy themselves. I'm not. Anybody who's saying that is totally
a lot of it is based off of eras and people, you know, age groups, you know. When you ask young kids certain stuff, they're going to give you a different answer. If you ask my dad who's the best boxer ever, or who's his favorite ever, he's going to say Muhammad Ali. You ask me, I'm going to say Mike Tyson. You ask these kids down, they might say Tyson Fury.
Well, okay, so this is how I base a couple of things. This is how I base when we talk about greatest of all time. I go by the first three mottos. First of all, production. 2, influence. Okay. 1 is production. 2 is influence. Yeah. And 3 is what did you leave? Legacy, right? So if we're talking about those 3 things, Stephen Curry, I think, checks each one off when it comes between him and Isaiah Thomas. First and foremost, production. He's the greatest shooter of all time. He's known for that. Influence. He literally has influenced every single, and I'm starting from AAU kids, when you talk about elementary school to high school to college to AAU to G League to NBA to overseas. He's the reason why people shoot 3-pointers the way they do, even big men, because everybody wants to be like Steph. Now, if you want to take that another way, people said like to be like Mike. How many people said like to be like Isaiah?
I said, hold on now.
Or who says like to be like LeBron James?
Isaiah gave buckets.
I give you that.
Isaiah gave buckets.
I give you that.
And he had straps, and he gave you dimes too.
Oh, I give you that.
Let's not discount.
No, we ain't no discount here. You know my team like to discount, double check. But
would Golden State beat the Bad Boys?
See, that's tough.
Beat the Bad Boys?
Okay, what era are we playing?
Would
in their era or
Golden
this
State
one?
beat the Bad Boys? If it was a video game called The Goats, would Golden State beat the Bad Boys? Would he beat Lambert and those guys? Would he beat Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas and Acquire and those guys?
Yeah.
Would he?
What rules are we playing underneath?
Yeah.
We playing under their rules. We playing bad boy. We playing their rules because the rules are definitely different. Yeah, we're playing their era.
I'ma still say yes, and here's why I'm gonna say that.
Okay, but I also say, what if the Bad Boys had to come and play in this era? They were fouled out.
Well, they were definitely fouled out.
They would have no players left. They've been fouled out. Everybody's been fouled out the game.
That's why I said that era.
You have to take stuff like that into consideration.
That's why I said the Bad Boys era, because they made these rules a little light now. And they made these rules a little light. You know what I mean? And it's catered towards the shooter now. So that's why I say we're gonna put Golden State in their environment. Okay. Michael Jordan had to play in their environment to be great, right? So we'll put Steph Curry in their environment.
So here's my answer to that. With
Hey, 1 second though, Torres. There was a big debate, and oh my God, I'm about to talk about tennis here for a second. So they used to be Rafael Nadal and Pete Sampras, I think it was. Rafael Nadal and Pete Sampras. And one of them was really, really good on clay.
You mean Roger Federer?
And one of them was really, really good on grass.
You talking about Roger Federer?
They took half of the court and they put it on grass and the other one on clay.
Right.
So I mean, to try to make it a little bit, difficult for both of them. You know what I'm saying? Or they do stuff sometimes just to kind of make it kind of even. Y'all remember Michael Johnson and Donovan Bailey, and one of them was like the 100-meter champ, and the other one was like the 200-meter champ. So they think the race for 150 meters. You know what I'm saying? No, it was Michael Johnson. It was Michael Johnson versus Donovan Bailey. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
God, it was like maybe 20 years ago. But you have to kind of make it where it's like, okay, you know, we're going to kind of make it a little bit even here. Because, I mean, when you talk about rules and stuff like that, that kind of changes up things now. You know, I have debates with people all the time, like, oh, you know, especially my co-host, he's like, oh, man, these players, they couldn't have played back then. You know, in the NFL, they couldn't have played back then. I'm like, well, a lot of those players back then couldn't play now. You know, they couldn't play. I mean, you're a defensive lineman and you're 245 pounds, and you got quarterbacks like Cam Newton and Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, good luck with that. You know, so it just depends. Speaking of Josh Allen.
There we go.
I'm going to say something. Much respect to you. I know you have your event tomorrow. Congratulations on that movie. Poncho Villa, he actually was from Texas, so I donated to his charity. He does a lot of good charity work, getting kids books and book bags and stuff like that.
Appreciate that.
I don't want to see no more lists having Josh Allen as number one. You're not the number one quarterback in the NFL. And I don't want to see that no more.
I agree, but after this year, he will be. I agree.
Well, maybe. If y'all thought that last year, when y'all went to the AFC Championship, and you think you're going to come back to look, you got to do it every year. You have to come back. You don't get to start with where you were at.
Oh, Marcus.
And then go from there. You have to start all over again. Marcus. 2 years ago, you go to the AFC Championship. This past year, you lose in the divisional round. And Joe Burrow goes to the Super Bowl in year 2.
Marcus.
So, you know, I get the excitement, but I've been debating with a lot of people, oh, yeah, he's the best. No, he's not. Until you get over the Patrick Mahomes hurdle, you're not the best quarterback. When one guy has put you out of the playoffs 2 years in a row and is 3-1 against you,
right,
you're not the best quarterback in the league.
I agree with that. I didn't say I went on and say that Josh Allen is the hottest quarterback in the NFL right now. As far as him being the best, no. But we know there was going to be a Marcus Bet moment. And my guy, Marcus, I appreciate you for calling in. But we got to cut to a break, my guy. Happy Father's Day to you. I appreciate you giving me your time on this great day, my guy.
For sure. You guys have a good one now. God bless, okay? Bye-bye.
All right. Tell Ramona I said hi.
From the east side to the west side, Buffalo's best blend of music. We are the legendary Mix 1080, WUFO, and Power 96.5. A blend
Uncle
of
Ro,
R&B
what's
and
good?
your
Happy
favorite
Father's Day,
throwbacks.
Anthony Anna. Happy Father's Day to you. Gina
PNG
Thomas, what's good?
recognizes
Say
dual
your
teams.
words. What's going on?
Darla
Hey, you're
Mays
right,
from Texas
Christopher.
talking
Dr.
about
J was
Juneteenth.
a
So why don't we celebrate a holiday about the Lewis family reaching Texas in
So who do you bump out
1865?
there?
When it
Right, I
happened
didn't
in
think Dr. J was
1862.
a
Well, the emancipation
Dr.
had
J
to be
was a
enforced
small
by federal
force, so
troops,
he's
and
still,
they
so
did
he
take
stays
their
in.
sweet time
So
getting
who
to
you got?
Texas.
You got
Some
him?
say to give
Well, you got
plantation
Bird,
owners
too.
more free
Bird
slave
was
labor
small
time
force
to make
slash
more
power
money.
force.
I believe that.
But late liberty
So, yeah,
is no
you're right,
less
Mr.
liberty.
Hudson.
My great grandmother said her
Definitely
mama
was
Willie
a
and everybody
small
dropped what
force.
was in
Super
their
D,
hands
what's
and
good,
stopped
man?
whatever they were doing. Her
Happy
uncle
Father's Day, John.
jumped up on a tree stump, couldn't stop dancing, and shouted, "Freedom!"
So,
It was June
to answer your question earlier,
1865, but we just called it Juneteenth. It's our day. It's our
you gotta look
only
at the
day.
strain to
Yes,
score.
ma'am.
Let's widen all views.
What I mean by
to
the strain
joy,
to score,
beauty, and vastness
or the
of the
strain to
blind
win.
experience.
In every
More at pg.com
sport, there's a
widen the screen.
you know, people say
My
the
name is
code,
Carla Green.
the cheat code, and NASCAR. How do you win in NASCAR? Staying on the inner lane, being able to bend the corner, being able to stay in the lane. You can win a race if you stay on the internet lane because you don't have to travel so much when you stay on the inner lane.
A
Well, Golden
well-respected
State
attorney from our
is a
community.
team that really
John
don't have to
Elmore and
travel
members of his law
as
firm
much or
treated
strain to
just like
score
family.
because
When
they
the
have
insurance
deep
company would
shooters
not
for
pay
one
me
that can
because of
shoot,
my
and
pre-existing
two
injuries,
because
John
what do you see
Elmore
Draymond
filed a
Green do?
lawsuit and went
Stop
after
at the
the
sign,
insurance
wait for
company
everybody
by
to move,
pitbull.
pass,
In the end,
shoot,
John
right?
Elmore made
There's
the
not a lot of
insurance company
strain to
pay
scoring
big
with Golden
money.
State.
I am now
Whereas
financially
other teams,
secure. If
they
you are
strain
hurt
to
in an
score. Some
accident,
teams got to go to the
please
basket
call
more
Buffalo's
often to
best
score, which
attorney,
is more of a
John
strain to
Elmore,
score.
having the
Which
right
when you talk
attorney
about
matters.
the energy on the offensive end and the energy on the defensive end, what do you expect? Now, I meant to say this on the show, too. Do you think the reason why Boston lost this series is because they extrapolated so much energy on the defensive end that offensively they fell off?
0-0-0-0. Past results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Research shows listeners don't like it when ads interrupt
kinda got away from the
So to
game
help
plan.
you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes
They kind of
options, we
got
made
away
this
from the
ad
game
option.
plan.
If you want to skip this ad, remove your left ear.
It's over after that.
Liberty
Well,
Mutual
they did that. It's like
customizes
forcing
options,
stuff.
so you only pay for what you
I
need.
didn't get to where they were just forcing things. I mean, they was really out
It's
there
the
forcing
easy and
things.
smart way to save.
That's not their game. You know,
It really was starting to look like Golden State,
Only
trying to
pay
look
for
like
what you
Golden
need.
State,
Liberty
jacking up the
Mutual.
jump shots and stuff. I was watching it, I'm like, well,
Jokes for our folks, a comedy concert benefiting the community and victims of the Buffalo shooting, featuring a reunion of comedy royalty, including Cedric the Entertainer, D.L. Hughley, Earthquake, Don, D.C. Curry, and Ida Rodriguez, all on stage together to provide healing and laughter to the community of Buffalo, New York, June 28th at Shays Buffalo Theater. All net proceeds will be donated to Feed Buffalo. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster.com.
Make sure you get the health coverage you need. Lean on Molina Healthcare. For over 40 years, Molina has provided quality health insurance, including low or no cost plan options. Learn more about Molina Healthcare today at leanonmolina.com.
Tune in to More Than That with Gia Peppers this weekend, wherever you listen to podcasts. This special Juneteenth episode of More Than That is sponsored by Chevrolet. Learn more about how they are driving real change at change.news1.com. Chevrolet, real talk, drives real change.
P&G recognizes the importance of Juneteenth.
Hello everyone, I'm singer Karen White, talking about
Different styles,
Juneteenth. I grew up in South Central Los Angeles, but my parents are from Texas and told me stories about the struggles and sacrifices of our people. So I'm thrilled that Juneteenth, which is June 19th, is officially commemorated as a national holiday. Most of you know what Juneteenth is, but may not understand why we should all celebrate. The Juneteenth celebration is an expression of appreciation and recognition of the strength and perseverance of our ancestors in overcoming the bondage of slavery. So celebrate Juneteenth with family, friends, fellowship, and food, acknowledging who we are, how far we've come, and where we need to go. Be Black, be proud, be strong.
Let's widen all views to the resilience, joy, beauty, and vastness of the Black experience. Learn more at pg.com/widen the screen. Serving Orchard Park, Lackawanna, Cheektowaga, Amherst, Buffalo. We are the legendary Mix 1080, WUFO, and Power 96.5.
What's good, what's good, what's good, sports world? Welcome back to the WUFO Sports Report. I'm your host, Mookie Hawkins. On the 1 to 2s, once again, the beautiful Miss Anita Razor Sharp Williams is in the building. Joining me here in the booth, Andre the Twitch Robinson. Rise Up, Family Extraordinaire, Challenger News, all right? Challenger Community News, all right? Now, with that being said, over the weekend, my guy, Stephon Diggs, hosted his first, Diggs Day, camp, in his name, and back home in Maryland there. And, it's all about paying it forward. We all know that my man, Steph Finesse, just got the bag, making him one of the highest paid wide receivers in the league. But, right now, my guy Stephon is making it happen for these kids out there. And, for nearly 3 hours yesterday, Diggs made his way around to the field where he played with a bunch of kids that participated in the camp as he once was two decades before. Over 250 kids. Now, the cap was at 150. I'm letting you know that right now. Stephon Diggs had a cap at 150. All right. But due to the circumstances of how much of a waiting list, how many kids signed up for free. All right. Now, my guy Diggs, he put this out there for free. 250 kids. He had a cap from 150 that went to 250. So that's 100 more kids that they added on for free that, participated in this camp. Now, we had kids all the way from Buffalo, come all the way down to Maryland to participate in Diggs Day. Kids were, all on the fence, scattering their Bills gear, holding their, number 14 jerseys. So it was just a great event. Now, if you don't know, my guy Steph Finesse started at Good Counsel High back in Olney, Maryland, before playing 3 years at the University of Maryland. He had always intended to host a camp near his hometown, but obviously with the pandemic and stuff happening, it kind of derailed that. But he said he went on to say basically he wish he could have got the ball rolling a little bit more quicker, but hey, better late than never, Stephanette. So we commend you a great deal, and happy Father's Day to you as well. So that's going to conclude our show for today. Don't forget, we have our Black Music Month conference going down, next Sunday. So it's going to be a great event. If you don't have tickets, make sure you hit us up. All right.
That's on this Friday.
This Friday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Right. It starts Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right. So the WUFO Sports Report may be coming to you live from the Millennium Hotel. That's all I'm saying with that. So before I let you go, make sure you tune in to everything concerning Black Music Month. That's on www.power965radio.com, or you can just hit us up 716-834-1080, baby. So with that being said, from Andre to George Robinson all the way down to Miss Anita Razor Sharp Williams, I'm Mookie Hawkins.
You've got it. That's the WUFO Sports Report. Catch us weeknights, Monday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. or Sunday at 6 p.m. on the legendary Mix 1080 AM WUFO, Power 96.5 FM.
Serving Orchard Park, Lackawanna, Cheektowaga, and